Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In tonight's video, I'm going to go over an article off of investorplace.com regarding Genius Brands, ticker symbol GNUS. No real, big news or nothing like that, but this is just an article that came out today that I want to share with you guys. So at the end of this, we'll go over the charts, see what they're telling us. I'll give you my opinion on where it might be moving forward. We'll talk about key support and resistance levels, things like that. Okay, so Genius stock is a speculative play that may rival Disney one day. Global children's media company Genius Brands, ticker symbol GNUS, stock certainly has a lot of appeal and attractive qualities. It builds its portfolio of brands as content with a purpose. Indeed, the portfolio seems to be filled with assets intended to educate children on a variety of important issues and life skills. Not only is the portfolio education-based, but also is star-studded. It features household names like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stan Lee, Shaquille O'Neal, Jennifer Garner, and investing legend Warren Buffett. I won't spell out the company's 8 brands, but you can imagine, based on the diverse list of names, that there's a lot of purpose-driven content which could be developed around those names. In fact, one in particular is Soaring, Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten. Superhero Kindergarten is a Genius stock asset which debuted on April 23rd. In the short period, it has received in excess of over 9 million views. The show features Arnold Schwarzenegger, voiced by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and a group of children with superpowers. It's proving to be a huge hit in its early life with metrics that support serious growth. General Manager John Olwerther noted that it's exceeding expectations, stating network hours watched went up 941% week over week to 349,735 hours. Unique users went up 1,841% week over week. New application installs went up 465.9%, as we saw growth across all viewing outlets, including television, tablets, mobile phones, computers, and game consoles, as well as growing across all the viewing platforms of Cartoon Channel, including Apple, Android, Roku, Amazon, YouTube, Samsung, LG, and others. One of the more appealing aspects of the channel is that it's free because it is ad revenue supported, no need for a subscription. While the start for Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten is auspicious, it must be noted that competition in the children's media sector isn't weak by any means. Genius Brands International competes with the likes of Nickelodeon, PBS Kids, Sesame Street, and yes, Disney. The company strives to create content with a purpose as its differentiating factor in order to cut through the competition. In any cases, that competition affects the bottom line at Genius Brand International. Okay, so we'll get down to the financial status. It says, while the adoption and rapid rise of Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten has undoubtedly been a positive for the company, results from the past few years have been mixed. Revenues decreased 58% as Genius International Brands from 2019 to 2020. Of the $3.425 million decrease, $3.352 million was attributed to TV and home entertainment. Expense increased by 63% from 2019 to 2020. That means Genius Brands International experienced a decrease in revenue and increase in expenses in that period. However, the company has undertaken a strategic effort to improve its cash position, and its cash flows have increased vastly between 2019 and 2020. In 2019, the company has saw its cash flows decrease by $2.78 million. In 2020, it was a completely different story. It generated $98 million through the sale of common stock and closed out 2020 with over a $100 million increase in cash. While this appears to be positive, it warrants deeper examination. Yes, the company is debt-free. That much is good. However, it went from an operating loss of $11 million before taxes in 2019 to an operating loss of over $401 million in 2020. Oof. So it says penny stock. It would be naive to simply jump into Genius GNUS position simply based on the early success of some of its assets. I'm of course referring to the Stan Lee superhero kindergarten. Time and earnings reports will tell what actually results from it, but there's more to consider. Clearly, GNUS stock is a risky play. After all, it is a penny stock. Despite the evident risk, I do think that it's worth speculating on because it has raised cash and can continue to do so through warrants, and it clearly also has some strong assets and great influencers on the team. So, a decent article. It provides some pretty good points. Key points: remember, they're debt free. They have a lot of cash on hand. They got some big people in their corner. So things like this may just take some time. They are, like I said, it's a lot of competition out there in the children's sector. Nickelodeon, PBS Kids, things like that. But one cool thing about this is it's not subscription based. It's free, and they have ad revenue instead of charging you a monthly subscription. So that's got to be attractive to parents, especially nowadays, tired of paying subscriptions to for everything basically. Okay, so let's take a look at the charts and see what they're telling us. Okay guys, so this is GNUS. We are currently trading at about $1.55, $1.57 ish. We did get a buy signal on the 4-hour, and we had a candle close above that green EMA line, which usually signals confirmation that we're due for a push to the upside. Okay, we do need to break above that $1.70 and hold to get through that key resistance level. Our level of support currently of 94 cents. So I'm hoping we don't get that low, but if we do, I'll be buying there for sure. But we need to get above that $1.70 mark to break through resistance, and we need to actually get above $1.87 and hold there to confirm that we have a reversal, and now we're moving more to the upside. So what the heck is making the market do this, guys? For one, the market was way overvalued, overextended. We keep hitting all-time highs, so we're due for a pullback. But don't neglect the fact that people are on a craze about cryptocurrency right now, and they're using it as a hedge against inflation, because inflation keeps coming up in the news and all this stuff all over the the internet and everything. But people are seeing these cryptocurrencies go absolutely crazy. So don't think for a second people aren't transitioning out of stocks temporarily to get into cryptos and possibly cashing out on some of their positions. So that could also potentially be something that that factors into this. Okay. Speaking of penny stocks, I want to show you a runner that was brought to my attention today, and the ticker symbol is KPAY. Okay, and this thing ran over 400% today. So there was a press release that came out on Yahoo Finance about this company. It's based actually out of Indonesia, that sent their first shipment of coal to China. Okay, and they reiterated basically that they're expecting to have over $100 million in revenue this year, and also, or the next 12 months at least, and profit about $12 million over the next 12 months. So this thing, I mean, just flew today and is still extremely cheap. So currently at about a cent. But one thing to keep in mind, we're super overvalued, so you could expect probably a little pullback from it. But this one may, be put on the watch list, okay, and maybe see if it'll bounce off of that support line right here. Because I mean, you can go and grab some of these shares for next to nothing, and then if this thing continues on and on, can make some good gains. But I'm going to continue to look out for these runners. Usually when they they hit that high, the next day is not going to be as high, but they still could potentially run up. Okay, so you might not get a 400% day. You still might get a 30, 40, 50% day the following before they really cool off. But anyway, I just want to kind of bring that to your attention to keep this one on your radar as well. So it's ticker symbol KPAY. Alright guys, that's all I have for you in this video. Make sure that you smash the thumbs up button if you found value in today's video. And if you enjoy our content, of course, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. Other than that, guys, we'll catch you in the next video.